please.
Please permit me to also stand on the Dixon protocols. I'd like to apologize to everybody for the way I'm dressed, but I realize I'm not the only one. Professor Gary, I offer this apology on behalf of myself, him, and all the others who didn't dress traditionally. And there is one other comment I'd like to make. As I came and looked around, really, it was a pleasure to see how many people have anointed feet from their head and mind. But what is often is not a very good thing is when you have your children who have no sympathy for you. When we came in here, I want to tell the president of the society that the music is too loud. He said you are too old. That's right. So that's unfortunate. But I'm here for 3 reasons. For one, because of pharmacy. Because of pharmacy that we are what we are today. Second one is Professor Taki. This is an icon pharmacy. And anywhere you see him mentioned, you have to do anything for him, please. Then the pharmacy is what it is in KUSC because of the solid foundation that Professor Taki laid. My third reason is the journey of pharmacy. Pharmacy is a profession that has evolved and is rapidly changing and leading change in healthcare. And so it's very important that as we do this, we follow change, we must know where we're coming from. And this is why my colleague Frances started from there and continued that those nurse dispensers who were trained. And she said they were also trained in midwifery. If you read that paper, one of the old people we saw, he was in Laura, and he was the doctor there, the dispenser. The doctor who was in Tamale came once a month, and that pharmacist was there. And of course, things have changed. Because they combined nursing and dispensing. Many of those people went on to practice as druggists, what we call a drugstore now. So there was a shortage of nurses. Then the colonial government decided to change, train pharmacists and then dispensers. And when I say pharmacists, they were not all pharmacists then. It was in 1946 that the ordinance changed that term and brought back them pharmacists. And so all those druggists who were registered under that ordinance were automatically pharmacists. Some of us who started we were fortunate enough to have worked under one or two of those people. The curriculum of pharmacy then was then broadened and physiology was introduced, pharmaceutical technology, practical pharmaceutics, and advanced dispensing. It was a 3-year program leading to a diploma pharmacy. In 1951, the dispensing school moved to Kumasi for then the Kumasi College of Science and Technology as a pharmacy department, training pharmacists. Want to take it here? Continue.
Your Royal Highness, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Professors Mahama and Obusudepo have laid the foundation to give us the idea how our profession began. I present now a period from 1960 to 2017, a period where many of us seated here identify with. And it's a time when we don't just read about history, but we are part of the story. So picking up from where Professor Mahama left off, in 1960, the Kumasi College of Science and Technology gained full status as a university and was known as the University of Science and Technology. And after that, the university had the opportunity to develop the 4-year Bachelor of Pharmacy degree from the existing diploma program they mentioned. And this program was in alignment with the training of pharmacists as it was in the United Kingdom by then. And to be admitted into that Bachelor of Pharmacy program, one needed to have passed A-level in chemistry, in biology, mathematics, and physics, as well as general paper. However, as secondary education transitioned to a 3-year program, the SSC then, and then now the WASI, became additional entry points in addition to the A-level. Students during the 4-year degree program were trained as experts in drugs, and courses such as pharmaceutical chemistry, pharmaceutics, pharmacology, and pharmacognosy. I know the president loves to hear pharmacognosy. So pharmacognosy, Mr. President, was part of the foundational courses that were taught in the 4-year pharmacy degree program. And students who completed the 4 years were mandated to undertake a training of the field known as the practical training, for which we often refer to as internship, to qualify for the licensure examinations. And this was in line with the Pharmacy and Drug Act 64. Interestingly, the cohort of people who were trained under the Poisons and Ordnance Act and who had the licensing and registration to practice as pharmacists under the Druggist Ordinance were still allowed to practice pharmacy during the period. However, in 1994, the Pharmacy and Drugs Act 64 was repealed and the Pharmacy Act 489 was enacted, making only those who had degree programs to qualify to write the licensure examinations and practice as pharmacists. Now, towards the early 2000s, the curriculum was revised to include quite a number of the biomedical sciences and clinical pharmacy as well. So courses like physiology, biochemistry, chemical pathology, applied therapeutics, and pharmacy practice were introduced into the curriculum in line with national and international guidelines and directions. However, in spite of these introductions, there was still a global cry to include more clinically related aspects of pharmacy training into the curriculum. So in line with that, the World Health Organization had a meeting in April 1997 in Zimbabwe to revise and consider revisions to the undergraduate pharmacy curriculum globally. And from that meeting, some recommendations were made. One is to ensure that patient-oriented pharmacy practice was well imbibed into the pharmacy training programs. And courses such as hospital pharmacy, community pharmacy, clinical pharmacy, and pharmaceutical care were part of the curriculum. And in line with that directive, in 2001, the Faculty of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences established the Department of Clinical and Social Pharmacy to introduce courses in clinical pharmacy, social pharmacy, and public health in line with this WHO directive. And it didn't just stop there. In 2003, the third-year students were also encouraged to undergo rotations in various healthcare facilities to experience hands-on what happens on the field in order to improve the clinical and practice experiences of our students. So in brief, At the time, UST, now KNUST, was the only public university that trained pharmacists. It was the only awarding degree pharmacy institution. That's a good place to put our hands together. Then in 2007, 2 schools of pharmacies were birthed. One at the University of Ghana, Mr. President, one at the University of Ghana, and then a private institution, Central University, also began training pharmacists and awarding pharmacy degrees. Over time, the number of pharmacy training institutions have increased, and similarly, we have a number of pharmacists that have been trained as well. So by 2017, where my presentation ends, pharmacy had evolved significantly from people being known as dispensers of medicines to becoming an indispensable part in patient care and medical care in the country and beyond. Now the question became not what pharmacy had achieved, but what it would become. And my next presenter will take us through that. Thank you very much.
Permit me also to stand the existing protocol to follow up from the giants that have before me. They have mentioned a number of revisions that we made to the pharmacy program across over the years in Ghana to make sure pharmacists were trained and had the right skill set to meet the needs of Ghana. Over the years, the training had moved from focusing on the products that we're using to treat our patients, to manage the conditions, to clinical care, looking at the person in front of you, having a patient-centered approach to pharmaceutical care. And that was why all the revisions that happened over the years were necessary. In 2012, again, KMST pioneered the Doctor of Pharmacy program, also standing on the shoulders of all the benefits that had come from the revision that had been previously made. The revisions were necessary because the pharmacist's role had expanded beyond just take one tablet a day, 2 tablets a day, into a broadened scope, looking at the nitty-gritties of clinical care in terms of using the medications, in terms of looking at what condition the person has to make sure we are contributing to the patient's overall care. Now, before the 2012, that list was established, the Doctor of Pharmacy program was established, quite a number of consultations had happened. The pharmacy educators in Ghana, Pharmacy Council, the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana, they had really consulted and had gotten to the point that, okay, we need to make some changes. Can we fit all the skill sets that we need the new generation of pharmacists to have within the 4-year program that Prof had mentioned? The answer was no. Again, around that time, in West Africa, we had brain drain at the time when most of our young people had left the country. And so the people here, how are we training them, scaling them so that we are meeting the needs of the people here? The curriculum again had to change, which was based on the OWAS, West African Health Organization, the Minister of Health, they met, as Prof mentioned, and that had to be done. In 2012, we started the Doctor of Pharmacy program in KNUST. That program, I am proud to say, I am one of the beneficiaries of that program, the pioneer Doctor of Pharmacy program. In 2017, the University of Health and Allied Sciences was also able to institute the Doctor of Pharmacy program, followed by the University of Ghana, University of Development Studies, Central University, and finally Entrance University. So from that period onwards, from 2017, all pharmacy graduates will graduate with the Doctor of Pharmacy program. In addition to the pure science that they have to go through, and a lot more emphasis has now been placed on experiential learning, making sure they are ready for the market right from the school. Making sure they can contribute to patient care at the bedside right away once they are done. So that means that right from the get-go, they are spending a lot more time in experiential training sites so they get the necessary skills that they need. Thank you very much for all the giants who came before this program, and I will hand over back to Prof. Who's here.
So,
in conclusion, I want to remind us of the 4 main periods of pharmacy training in Ghana, right from the pre-colonial days to now. The first 50 years, it was more of an apprenticeship type of thing, where standard 7 leavers were trained in the hospital, and they had no other option but to work in the hospitals after they had passed out. And in the beginning, we realized that it was a potpourri of things: dispensing, nursing, midwifery, sanitation, till the nurse dispenser position was abolished in the second period from 1940 to 1960, and we had a bit more specialization. But then it was still diploma or certificate of competency with the dispensing trainees and pupil pharmacist schemes. That was the era of my father. And I look back and I realized that if he were here, he would be very surprised at how pharmacy has evolved over the years. My period is from 1961 to 2012, the Bachelor of Pharmacy degree. And then we realized that there was a bit more science background, a bit more structured instruction, and the acts that regulated the profession also were changing. Most of us here are familiar with Act 489. It's been long reviewed, and yet some of us still think of Act 489. So, from 1961 to 2012, we had Act 489. And then we had the fact that we realized that pharmacy should be more patient-oriented. So we say that during that period, we were thinking of from product to patient. Pharmacy being from product to patient, from not compounders anymore only, but looking at the patient as well. And that is how come in 2012 we had the Doctor of Pharmacy degree starting. And it was rocky. But now we have products who are out there, who are showing to the world and others in the health profession that the pharmacist is a versatile product, and he can fit into any place that he or she finds himself. The issue now is, where are we going? Wherein lies the future? 90 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, but we look to the future, tick-tock, and we go on, never to turn back till the end of age. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Frances Thelma Kwabia Owusu Dego, Professor Madam One. Wow, what a beautiful trajectory from our history to our present. And we can tell from Prof. Frances to Dr. Ofe, the great gets darker as we move along. So it's very dark. Thank you so much for that insightful narration. Please, you may resume your seats. Thank you so much. Please, let's give them a round of applause. If the applause is not resounding, I will be tempted to ask all of us to take sheets of papers, put down our names and our index numbers for a short quiz. Are we ready for a short quiz? No? An anniversary milestone as monumental as our 90th anniversary could not have been realized without the invaluable backing of our corporate partners. They didn't just sponsor an event, they invested in the future of pharmacy in Ghana. We extend our profound gratitude to our sponsors for fueling our vision tonight. So please indulge me as I list our sponsors for this event. Life Chemists, your life and health are concerned. Retail pharmacies in Kumasi and Accra. Please let's put our hands together for Life Chemists Limited. Broad Smiles Dental Clinic. Your beautiful smile starts here. They are located in Kenya, Sibofi Junction. Please let's put our hands together for Broad Smiles Dental Clinic. Alpha Dual Pharmacy. Your partner in excellent care. A round of applause for Alpha Dual, please. Chemist Limited for all your medicines need. We deliver anywhere in Ghana. Of course, Lord K Pharmacy, your trusted healthcare partner, located at Wedi Junction, Kote, Kenya West. Distinguished invited guests, among our sponsors, we have Medport Pharmacy, your health our priority. We also have 6 Stars Pharmacy, our clients are priority, located in Sunyani and across Ghana. Also sponsoring our events, we have Codex Healthcare Limited, improving the health of the nation, wholesale of pharmaceuticals and healthcare products. Our sponsors have whispered that if the applause are not resounding. Thank you. And finally, we have Blaze GDS, manufacturers of Luna's farm bags and a number of other products. Thank you to our sponsors. Your Majesty, esteemed guests, as we look at the heights we've achieved today, we stand on the shoulders of giants. We could never have reached this 90-year milestone without the sacrifice and vision of our forebears. It is now time for a momentous segment of our evening, a deeply deserved celebration of those who led the charge. The Psgh is presenting special recognitions to the key pillars behind the evolution of pharmacy education in our country. To step forward and do the honors on behalf of the Psgh, please put your hands together for the chairperson of Academic, Social and Research Pharmacists, and may I add that she's my classmate.
Can I switch now?
Your Royal Majesty, please permit me to also stand on the protocol that has been previously established. Good evening.
Are we good?
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening we would like to pause. We would like to pause to honor the men and women who have shaped pharmacy education in Ghana. So at this point, we would like to invite you to go on a journey with us, a journey through the generations, whose sacrifice, whose leadership, whose vision have shaped the profession as we know it today. Let the tribute begin.
Prof. the very first Ghanaian dean, who incidentally has inspired today's gathering, Professor Taki Harris. We also honor Professor E.Y. Jan, Professor K. Washia, Professor D. Jumabedu, and Professor Emeritus Mamisa. Protected continuity and position pharmacy education for future transformation. Pharmacy education then entered a new season of transformation, shaped by chemical exposure and practice relevance. We recognize Professor J.S.K. Lim, Professor J.D. Kwaship, Professor and Professor Mrs. F.T. Owusu-Beko for their contributions to this transformation. We also honor Professor T.C. Fletcher and Reverend Professor Charles Amsa, whose leadership shaped the implementation of the family program. We also have Reverend Professor Charles Amsa to thank for the development of practice-based training through the setting out of the production units at the faculty. We as well honor Professor Mrs. Dixon, a woman of many firsts. All these micro ceremonies we see on remained in one institution. Pharmacy education expanded into a national system, reaching new universities, new communities, new generations. We recognize Professor A.C. Sakitio and Professor A.C. Nakun for their pioneering leadership at the University of Ghana Medical School. We also honor the foundational deans and builders, most of whom are products of Cambridge, who have extended pharmacy education across the country. Professor K. of Wilmington Central University, Professor P.S. Mohammed to the University for Development Service, Professor J.N. Brownmore and Professor D.D.O. of Blessed Mary to the University of Cambridge, Professor T.C. Sacha to the University of Health and Allied Sciences, and Dr. Berima Frani to Entrance University.
I'm struggling just as my president struggled with the cloth. It's no news. In the quest of the tribute, I'd want to add that please, our parents and our sponsors that paid through the thick and thin to make sure that we are able to get our education. Wherever they are, we are grateful. Today is 26th June. Today marks the birthday of our former president, Farm James Oheme Che. May his soul rest in peace. For some of us, it is an impeccable privilege to have been taught, guided, and shaped by certain people, our parents also. These people do not fade with time. They become memory. They become standard. They stay with us till the end of time. And tonight, I count myself deeply honored to be the one to read the citation of one such person. Ladies and gentlemen, and with permission from His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II, may I invite on stage the Vice Chancellor of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Professor Rita Akosua Dixon. I was taught by Professor Rita Akosua Dixon, just like the president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana. We stand here to make blah, 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 but we have our lecturer and our teacher here. I can see signals from the chairman of the Psgh 90th anniversary saying faster, faster. But I have an admission I cannot do without. A special honor from the Vice Chancellor. Please, the daughter of the Vice Chancellor, please come on stage, and the Council of KNUST, management of KNUST, please join the Vice Chancellor as she's about to cry. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Before I came, I have 3 girls, and they kept saying, how are you going to address His Majesty? One of them said, please make sure you add Nyamekesi. I said, hey, it is not in any book. They were debating. In fact, I will not be able to say it. His Royal Majesty, Asantemenra, Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II. Ubinya wanko biyibi. Nananom, distinguished guests, colleagues, pharmacists, ladies and gentlemen, the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana proudly celebrates a distinguished pharmacist, an accomplished scholar, a visionary leader, a trailblazer in higher education, Professor Rita Akosua Dixon. Professor Rita Akosia Dixon is a proud alumni of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. She earned her Bachelor of Pharmacy education in 1994, followed by a Master of Pharmacy degree in pharmacognosy in 1999, and subsequently obtained a PhD in pharmacy research from King's College, London, as a Commonwealth Scholar. She began her academic career as a lecturer at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in the year 2000. Her research contributions in pharmacognosy, ethnopharmacology, medicinal plants, natural products, drug discovery have contributed to the understanding of how indigenous resources can support healthcare delivery in Ghana and beyond. She returned to Ghana not just to teach, but to build. Throughout her career, she broke barriers and set new standards. In 2017, Professor Rita Dixon became the first female dean of the Faculty of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. In the year 2018, she became the first female Pro-Vice Chancellor of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Just 2 years after, she shattered all glasses and became the first female Vice Chancellor in the university's history. This is stupendous. Her appointment was not merely an achievement of personal gains. It was a defining moment for gender inclusion in leadership. For the first time in the history of one of Africa's leading science and technology universities, a woman occupied its highest office, and that woman proudly was also a pharmacist. And that woman is Professor Rita Akosia Dixon. As Vice Chancellor, Professor Dixon's leadership translated vision into measurable institutions. She championed inclusive and digitally enabled education through the support of the One Needy Student with One Laptop project, which by 2025 had provided over 3,300 laptops to brilliant but financially challenged students, with an estimated value exceeding 35 million Ghana cedis. Prof. Under her stewardship, KNUST also gained remarkable global visibility, being ranked the first globally for SDG 4. That is quality education in 2023 times higher education impact rankings. She strengthened KNUST's research culture, raising millions of dollars in annual research grants. Her administration further promoted holistic student development through the Vice Chancellor's Student Excellence Awards and continued investment in infrastructure to support teaching, learning, research, student welfare, and institutional growth. Her leadership earned the confidence of the University's Council, culminating in the renewal of her tenure following a positive review of performance. Yet, perhaps, her most enduring legacy lies not only in your brilliance, or in her brilliance, but also in a beautiful heart. Through her accomplishment, it has been demonstrated once again that pharmacists are not confined to laboratories, dispensaries, hospitals, industry, or community pharmacies, and that pharmacists lead institutions, pharmacists shape policies, pharmacists influence national development, and pharmacists occupy the highest level of academic leadership. As she concludes as an extraordinary person during the tenure of office for the position of the Vice Chancellor of Kenya University, the pharmacy profession celebrates not only her achievement, but also the doors she has opened for future generations. An example of one is Professor Christian Ajari. Prof, where are you? The incoming how? Therefore, on this 90th anniversary of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana, and in recognition of her outstanding contribution of pharmacy education, higher education, academic leadership, research, national development, the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana proudly honors and celebrates Professor Rita Akosia Dixon. Pharmacist, scholar, trailblazer, vice chancellor, role model, and a loving mother. Now, this is not part of it, so listen. May your legacy continue to inspire generations yet unborn. May your legacy live for Professor Christian Ajari to have a path to make the best of impact. On behalf of the President of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana, Dr. Paul Owusu-Donko, the entire governing board, the Executive Secretary, and the Secretariat, we say Aiko. Congratulations, and thank you for your distinguished service. Thank you, thank you. Hold on, don't rush it. Prof is so humble, she said, right by you. Because of the time, let me run it. Please.
Thank you very much, Vice President, Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana. Your Royal Majesty, Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, our dear Chancellor of the best university. Nana Chancellor, I seek your blessing to say just a few words because of the time. Your permission, Nana, I'd like to thank the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana, President, the board, the committee, organizing committee for this great honor, than KNUST. My name is just on it. And that is why I needed to invite, Nana Chancellor, I needed to do that. Invite the entire team, including the student leadership, the council, management team, the provost, everybody upstage. We couldn't all fit here. Otherwise, the over 80,000 students, plus all the staff, getting to about 100,000, Nana, we could have been here. But we are just representing everybody. Nana Chancellor, I want on behalf of all of us, thank you for your leadership and for the opportunity you've given us to be able to serve KNUST, serve Asante Mine, and serve Ghana, serve the continent of Africa and the world. Nana, we are grateful. Please, can you do it for Nana Chancellor? Nana, if you permit me, I have a few dedications to make, and I'll make it very quickly. The first one, Nana, we dedicate this award to you. We do. Nana, your passion for education, your dedication, your commitment, it's amazing, it's awesome. And that is what gives us energy to do what we do. Nana, we are grateful. We say, continue to hold our hands the way you have done it. Thank you so much. Thank you. The next dedication, most certainly, goes to all the hard-working staff and students of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. You make what we do worthwhile. This award is dedicated to you. Let's clap for them. Nana Chancellor, I would also want to dedicate this award to all the laborers in the vineyard of education who labor and toil, including all the other universities represented in this room. Regardless of the challenges that we go through in training these transformative leaders to lead our country, lead the continent, we never give up. We salute you. This award is also dedicated to you. Nana Chancellor, the last but not the least, Nana, we would like to dedicate this award to all the young people, and especially the ladies. And I brought my daughter here to just represent them. SRC president is here, GRASAC president is here. And what we are saying to them, Nana Chancellor, is that if at any given time they have had any cause to doubt themselves, this evening, I want to say it right here and now, that they are able and they can. All they need to do is to knock on the right doors, add value to themselves at the slightest opportunity, and continue to just move on, and God will be their helper. Nana Chancellor, once again, I thank you, and we, your subjects from KNUST, we say, Nana, Aiko. Thank you very much, Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana.
Congratulations, Prof. Thank you so much. Prof, please, we still need you here. Thank you. Members of University Council and management, please get closer to me. Thank you. There's a surprise. It is now our absolute privilege to invite the wisdom, guidance, and leadership of our royal guest of honor, His Royal Majesty, Otumfuo Osei Tutu II Asantehene, with a standing ovation to present the citation of honor to Professor Pharm Mrs. Rita Akosua Dixon, supported by the President of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana. So, Prof, you'll be in front and ably backed by your council and management. A round of applause. We may resume our seats. Thank you. Congratulations, Mom. Because of you, we can too. A round of applause. Please, shall we be upstanding? Thank you. Thank you so much, Your Royal Majesty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Professor Mrs. Rita Akosia Dixon, KNUST Council and Management. Please, a round of applause for them. Thank you. Your Royal Majesty, thank you once again. Now let's dive into the current realities of our profession with our main panel discussion, the state of pharmacy education in Ghana, strengthening preceptorship for the future. Moderating this session is Professor Pharm James Opon-Checheku of KNUST and immediate past Psgh Ashanti Regional Chairman. Professor Opon-Checheku, the next 15 minutes are in your highly capable hands. And after the panel deliberations, we shall invite the Registrar of the Pharmacy Council of Ghana to give us reflections, and he will be ably represented by the Deputy Registrar, Dr. Mrs. Cynthia Yeboah. So, Professor, over to you.
Thank you very much, Professor Boachi Jesse. Your Royal Majesty, Asante Hene, I want to crave your indulgence to get on with this panel discussion. It's going to be a very brief one. So we are going to basically discuss the role of preceptorship in our pharmacy education. We know that B-Pharm was phased off sometime in 2012 when KNUST admitted its first batch of PharmD students. That ushered us into a new phase of training our professionals. The first batch graduated in 2018, and since then, we've never looked back. Other institutions of higher education joined us to train PharmD students for this country. But the challenge still remains. Preceptorship is becoming a very cardinal part of our training. But the challenges are real. And this evening, we are going to try to find some answers to these challenges. To help us answer these questions, I would like to invite these 5 seasoned pharmacists to join me on stage for us to delve into this all-important conversation. So I invite Professor Pharm Kwame Ohene-Boaben, who is the representative of the Psgh Deans Forum, representing academia. Pharm Joseph Nyuagbe, a former registrar who gave me my registration number when I passed my GPPQ. The next is Dr. Pharmacist Rhoda Delali Abenyo, representing the Gen Zs. The next is from community practice, Dr. Pharmacist Richmond Edisapoku, our former executive member. The last is Pharmacist Samuel Owusu, from a hospital pharmacist and a preceptor, who is a senior pharmacist and head of pharmacy from Efiam Kwanta Regional Hospital, representing hospital practice. So gentlemen and ladies, you are welcome. Because we don't have time, we'll quickly get on with business of the day. So Prof. Boaben, who also taught me during my undergraduate studies, what do you think is the role, or what do we expect as far as academia is concerned, what we expect our Farm D students to be able to do after their six-year program, going through the one-year preceptor training. What do we expect them to do?
Thank you very much, Professor Oponchecheku. I think if we pick any points from the first presentation and the evolution that we have had, we see a high level of professionalism. You know, we also see some amount of critical thinking about the patient and meeting the health needs of the patient. So I think that is the expectation. After going through that rigorous 6 years of training, the pharmacist should be an integral part of the healthcare team. He should be able to practice to meet the needs of the patients that he comes across with.
So there is this lingering question that a lot of practitioners, when they encounter us graduates, usually ask. There's always a disconnect between what is taught in the classroom and what we see on the field. To what extent, if you agree, is academia responsible for this gap?
Thank you very much. I think we have to take responsibility. You know, I'm happy that you said you're one of my teachers, and now you're a professor, so I can take credit for that. So if I can take credit for the good part, then I think we also have to take responsibility for whatever gaps that are in there, and I think we should be humble enough to see how best we can. The feedback is very important. I take this as feedback, so we can actually train our students to be what they have to be. But I think it's not all gloom. We saw one of our products, you know, giving an excellent delivery, and then also we heard some of them are doing very, very well. But I agree, there are gaps.
Thank you very much. So my former registrar of Pharmacy Council. So as I said in my introduction, you oversaw the transition from B Farm to Farm D. In your opinion, how has preceptorship evolved at the same time or at the same pace as the curriculum of the Farm D training?
Thank you, Prof. The concept of preceptorship evolved with the commencement of the Farm D program. Hitherto, we were made to serve about a period under a superintendent pharmacy, which wasn't structured. They were not led into any structured rotations that any of us went through. But I will say that the Farm D or Doctor of Pharmacy curriculum emerged simultaneously with the embedded preceptorship or experientials built into the curriculum. But curriculum reviews are normally centrally placed. They are centrally controlled and centrally evolved. But when you take evolution of a preceptor, they are multi-sites. Based on the multiplicity of sites that we have, and the caliber of self-motivated persons who were standing in as preceptors. So definitely, curriculum went far ahead of preceptorship, but they were contemplated into the curriculum as it.
So again, from your experience, do you think we have enough regulatory oversight of preceptorship? Are we depending too much on the goodwill of preceptors? Because it's also becoming, they are getting louder and louder, crying that we are depending on too much of their goodwill to help train our students. What would be your take on that?
Yes, those who took up the role of preceptorship were self-motivated. It was purely based on goodwill. There wasn't any training or preparation towards them. As a preceptor, you are expected to be a teacher, a facilitator, a mentor, somebody who will also take the students through practical, transferring knowledge acquired while in school, the practice setting. And you need to also have the skills of teaching, assessing them. All those self-motivated preceptors have this structured training. So I think it's about time that we begin to examine all those areas so that we can get the preceptorship as an institution, so that not anybody call himself as a preceptor. The person must go through a system of training and orientation, both in terms of emotional intelligence to handle students who are attached to various things.
Thank you very much. Pharmacy.
Hi.
Yes, Gen Z. Now, as somebody who has gone through this training, 6-year training, what would be your comment on the role of preceptorship in your practice? How did it shape your training to make you an independent practitioner? Can you give us some thoughts on that?
Yes, so largely there is training when you do the preceptorship. So real life patients, real life clinical cases, as compared to the classroom where there's simulation of the cases. So you meet also other cadres of healthcare practitioners. And so over there, it bridges the gap between the theories we learned in school and the practice that we would see on the field. So does it prepare us to be independent in a way? So you are doing your SOPOs, you bring them for checks, fault findings and all that. It builds you clinically. But when it comes to the confidence, it's something that you would have to build years after your preceptorship. So clinically, yes, but you are now thrown into the world where you have to build and then swim. If you've been thrown into the ocean, you have to swim and find your feet. Independence, there's still more to be done when it comes to that in the side of preceptorship. When it comes to clinical, yes.
All right. So what would you say is the biggest gap between what you expected and how you came out?
Okay, so I'll do two gaps. One has to do with the lack of standardization. When it comes to preceptorship, it's by luck. If you go to hospital A, it's different from what you are being taught from hospital B, because, as they said, preceptors who are doing this out of goodwill. So there isn't a standardized training for these preceptors to say that when these students come or when these interns come, this and this and this is what you should do. Central University has their own model, KNUST has its own model. Every single school has a model, a book, which they give to their students to give to their preceptors. But there is no standardized model for everybody. And then also, we assume that a good pharmacist automatically means a good teacher. But there are two different things. So that is
to take their blood pressure. And they've seen it several times. People walk into the pharmacy, ordinary headache, and buy paracetamol, and strictly their BP is like 150, 110. And then we teach them how to write referral notes to be able to take to the hospital. So these are the things that we do for them.
So that's very deep and very enormous. Let me ask this critical question. Do you think preceptors should be incentivized? Do you think they should continue to dwell on the goodwill out of your heart? Should we put money where our mouths are? I know it's a question that every preceptor in this room.
If you look at the resources, the time, the energies that you invest in students, you do it as a professional service. Should we be incentivized? Yes.
Oh, you said it.
I've said it. We should. We should, because my roommate William, we finished KNUST. He went straight to the UK. He's got a pharmacy that have a pharmacy. The Ministry of Education in the UK paid them to be preceptor for the students. But here am I'm doing for Kane University, I'm doing for UDS, I'm doing for Legon, I'm doing for Ghana College, I'm doing for West Africa College. Yes. Sure. Pay us. Okay. but Prof, I think that beyond the money, there has to be training for preceptors, such that the pedagogy is very distinct and we know how to teach. Just like my colleague was saying, the fact that you're a preceptor with experience doesn't necessarily mean you'll be a good teacher. Just like a lecturer who has a PhD may not be a good lecturer. It has to be taught. So that we need to do. And then CPDs must be organized for teaching purposes, for preceptors, how to make assessments, all those things I think are incentives. That is good. And of course, if you get a little plug honoring the person and say for your good work, like Ghana College celebrated the anniversary, they brought me a plug when you go to Garrison Pharmacy on the pillar, it is there. They didn't give me money, but at least some small bragging rights.
Thank you very much. As for senior, so let's enter the hospital. As for the hospital, it's the center of farm training. So, in your opinion, from your experience, do you think our students are getting the exposure they need? Looking at the length of time they spend in your facilities.
Thank you very much. The answer is both a yes and a no. Basically, I want to take a cue from my earlier speakers. When our young lady said that it's not every experienced pharmacist who is also able to teach, I want to make a distinction here. Ideally, what I see is that for preceptorship, though teaching is part of it, there are 4 main roles that we play. Instruction, basically, what is it supposed to be doing as a new entrant when you want to experience the advanced practice at a hospital? You will instruct, then you will model it for them to see and learn. Then you will coach them, you will let them do it, and then you correct where they make mistakes, and then later you facilitate so that he is left alone to be doing it as an on. That is how we're supposed to play the role, not pure teaching, because they have enough theory from school, so we don't do it the classroom way. But then, like you rightly asked, we will need to add a little more touch, like your standardization. We are privileged to have gone through the pioneer preceptors like Mrs. Esther Osei, Joyce Adoetia, because I did my internship then at Police Hospital, and they were the pioneer pharmacy practice or clinical pharmacists then, including Commissioner Daniel Afriye, Ellen Sam, and then ACP Ellen Sam, and then Linda Van der Poy and Co. Then again, you mentioned Mrs. Ama Nkansa. As a pioneer Ghana College graduate, we also passed through Kolebu, and he and then Uncle Ray, they also took over. I'm sure they did not have the core training as we are prescribing, but it is very necessary that we get that back in a standardized training for us. Yes, KNUST did some online training for something standardization. Prof, Joyce, I think, Messi, Operado, and Co. organized something like that for us. But we will need to, I think, up it more. And so that is what I would say for now. Thank you.
So for community pharmacy practitioners, most
yes.
of them are into private practice.
Yes.
So for you, government is already paying you.
Exactly.
Do you think your preceptors should be paid?
Oh, I think there should be some incentives for preceptorship, because it takes, it should not always be monetary, but monetary, you know, in Ghana, money is also bad. Yes, and I must say that at least some have started doing that. At least I can talk of Central University. I can talk of Central University, KNUST also However, it's at the end of the entire 1 year that you get something. And then they pay the official recognized preceptor, but you know it is a whole team that works. So whatever is paid is shared with the whole team. And so if it is up a little, I think it will do some good. But I must say that they cannot pay according to the time and energy. If you don't love what you do as a preceptor, it will be difficult because the incentive that comes is not anything to write home about, but we have to continue.
There should be a mix of the goodwill and then...
Yes, and a little thing.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Gentlemen and lady, for your time and for your insightful contributions on this topic. Nana Chancellor, I promise to be brief, and I'm sure I have been brief. So a round of applause for my...
Thank you very much.
This will be the end of the panel discussion. We hope that as we move on, we'll be able to find solutions to our challenges and then make the family training worthwhile. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor James Opon Checheku and your panel. Indeed, you have been very brief, and we will continue these discussions at the AGM. We invite the Deputy Registrar of the Pharmacy Council to give us a very brief remark from a regulatory point of view. Thank you, Dr. Mrs. Cynthia Yeboah.
Your Royal Majesty, please permit me to proceed, having the protocols already set in place. For the discussions that went on, I just picked two things to mention. I agree perfectly with our young Gen Z pharmacist who mentioned the fact that there's no standardization of the preceptorship or the internship program. I'd like to say that Pharmacy Council has taken a step to bring this to the table for discussions, which has already started, so that we see how best we can standardize the training manual for our experiential training. So steps have already been taken, and I believe that if we are able to complete that exercise, we'll have a manual which will be standardized for all the training of our interns. And again, with the preceptors' remuneration or incentive for the preceptors, Pharmacy Council again has taken a step and instituted an award, the Preceptor of the Year Award. And this includes a scholarship for any pharmacy-related training that the Preceptor of the Year wishes to undertake. So that is also a good thing. And we'll call on all other industry players to come help support so that our preceptors are remunerated or incentivized. In fact, we cannot pay them. We cannot pay the preceptors for all the efforts they put in, but it's a good thing to do. So other institutions can also come on board and see how best we can help the preceptors in this direction. The last thing I would want to say is that CPDs, preceptors who undergo, the CPD providers will also be given or accredited to provide CPDs for preceptor training. So for those of us who are already providing CPDs, Pharmacy Council is here to collaborate with you and to award the trainings. I believe with all of this, if we're able to do that, we'll have a good regulatory oversight of preceptorship, and it will help the program be very successful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pham Cynthia Yeboah Minta, Deputy Registrar at the Pharmacy Council of Ghana. Please, let's give her another round of applause. Distinguished invited guests, at this juncture, it is our absolute privilege to invite the wisdom, guidance and leadership of our royal guest of honor once again to address this assembly. Please, let's be upstanding as we invite His Royal Majesty to give us his address, followed by cutting of the anniversary cake, which coincidentally will launch our anniversary cloth because the cake is designed to look like our anniversary cloth. Please, a round of applause.
President of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana, distinguished guests, members of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana, ladies and gentlemen, I just announced myself to... I qualified in 2012 when I was made an honorary fellow. That is why we are all assembled here at Menchia. The most interesting, some of them are all struggling, but it is good. You still remain a pharmacist, doesn't matter. I'm pleased to join you this evening as we mark 90 years of pharmacy in Ghana, which interestingly is also 90 years of Asante Mines restoration, 1935. 1935. So it wasn't any wonder when you made me a fellow, because we were celebrating together. This is not merely a celebration of time past. It is a moment of accountability to examine what has been built, what has been sustained, and what must now be strengthened for the future. And I thank the panelists, the lady pharmacist who was telling us how we have to look at the way forward. I stand before you not only as a Santahine, but also an honorary fellow of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana. It is not just a title, but a reminder of the responsibility we all share in advancing healthcare in this country. The choice to center this occasion on pharmacy education is both appropriate and necessary. The future of our profession will not be determined by numbers, but by the quality of those you train and the standards we enforce. The evolution from B Farm to Farm D reflects an understanding that healthcare has changed. The demands on pharmacists today are greater, more clinical, more patient-focused, and more integrated into a broader healthcare system. This direction must not only be maintained, it must be deepened and preserved. But let me state clearly, education does not end in the classroom. The period of preceptorship, where knowledge is translated into practice, is not a formality. It is the true test of competence. If the stage is weak, then the entire system is weakened. I therefore expect that those entrusted with training the next generation, whether in universities, hospitals, industries, or community pharmacies, will treat this responsibility with the seriousness it deserves. Standards must be consistent, supervision must be intentional, and outcomes must be measurable. To the leadership of the profession, I say this: do not compromise on quality in the name of expansion. The integrity of your profession, depends on the discipline you enforce today. It is also fitting that you recognize those who have contributed to the development of pharmacy education over the past 90 years. Institutions endure because individuals commit themselves to building them. Their work must be acknowledged and the example must be sustained.
Sure.
I take note of the recognition of Professor Rita Akosua Dixon, my Vice Chancellor, as she concludes her tenure as Vice Chancellor of my university. Her leadership as the first female Vice Chancellor and as a pharmacist marks a significant moment in the history of the university and the profession. And I also acknowledge the incoming Vice Chancellor, Professor Charles Christian Ajari, and the continuity of pharmacy within the leadership of that institution. And I realize that pharmacists are taking over my Vice Chancellorship. And I congratulate you all. To pharmacists across the country, I offer this direction. Your relevance will be defined by your value to the patient. You must position yourselves not only as dispensers of medicine, but as experts of safe, effective, and rational use of medicines within our health system. To the general public, I say, respect the role of the pharmacists and make use of their expertise. The pharmacist is a critical point of access to healthcare, particularly at the community level. And I know of a pharmacy shop where Mr. Nemo runs in Bantama. He would always come and give you medication. I say, where was it prescribed? And he would tell me, this is good for cold. I said, okay, put it down. Let me talk to the doctors first, and then I'll take it. And to government, I will say this plainly. No health system can function effectively without a strong, well-trained, and properly utilized pharmaceutical workforce. Investments in healthcare must include deliberate attention to the development and deployment of pharmacists across all levels of care. As we celebrate this milestone, I expect that we will move forward and clarify discipline and purpose. The next phase of your profession must be marked not only by growth, but by excellence and accountability. On behalf of myself as a fellow, and on behalf of the good people of Asanteman, I commend the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana for its contribution over the past 90 years, and I charge you to approach the future with renewed commitment. And I promise, as a fellow, that I will still continue to do my best for you. Thank you very much.
Hello. Please, thank you so much, Your Royal Majesty. Please kindly indulge us to cut the cake. Yes, please. Or we can just put it here. Yes, please. We are coming to cut the anniversary cake. Thank you so much, Your Royal Majesty. We shall now invite the President of PSGH, his Vice, and then our special honoree, Professor Mrs. Rita Akosua Dixon, to come and cut the anniversary cake. The cutting of the cake also symbolizes the launching of our anniversary cloth. Thank you. So we cut this cake in the name of God the Father, the Son. Prof, His Royal Majesty requests your presence in cutting of the cake. We cut this in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you so much, Your Royal Majesty. At this juncture, we proceed to receive the vote of thanks delivered by the chairman of the 90th Anniversary Planning Committee, after which we hope to have some 4 key memorable shots on the main stage.
Our letter to Menshia said, inform you that PSGH is 90 years. Number 2, that we want to invite you to be the guest of honor. Number 3, that we invite you to Tumfo. We're a bit hesitant because we thought that if our letter goes to Menshia, it will take us about 6 weeks to follow up before we get a response. So we shouldn't. Our letter went on Wednesday. Monday morning, we got a call. Is this from the Society of Ghana? Your Tumfo has said, 1, he acknowledges the information that you are 90 years. 2, he will grace the occasion as special guest of honor. And 3, he's giving you the hall to do it. And so, you can understand why I want to say thank you. Henny, my dad taught me a number of things in Chi. I don't understand all of them, but I understand parts of them, and I want to say them to you. Yotumfo is a kind man. He's a generous man. So in my language in Ekuapem, to describe a person like that, they will say something like this. Otumfo, una wo bre obretinga se bafom mamufre gorusun wehwintia wafre otumfo ehwintimbe. Now what that means is that this appellation is referring to the palm tree. The palm tree has a lot of benefits, now including children, and that describes his kindness. The next thing that he also taught me, my dad, he said that when you think about Otumfo and you think about our country, when there are difficult situations in our country and we are looking for somebody to solve it, we come to Menshia. And so my people in Ekuapem will say something like this. Ofefe si afa onpafe no de anim. Ode nini akomba onum adura onum ne ye nwene. Asumani ba nwa na nafri kotoko osamanka maboa osasambranta owa adepa. Now, the relevant portion is onuna onum adura onum ne ye nwene. Who wants that? You have to be an Otumfo to be able to do that. So when the matter is difficult, he's the one that we come to. Now we also know that the Otumfo is a warrior. And my people will say something like, Opasechi bomofuna na okunchiri basesubiri, chiri abrewatama, chiri sasabonsamo otisamang, jena abosiribo na pemu. And that means that he's a warrior. And lastly, the last one is this, that Otumfo awo ahonfe edru. Amansi epremini o premiri sreku sampi ama ahon yefe na otwoma ko baby na mfumfu gang become for wefi. That means that the Otumfo is a handsome man. So ladies and gentlemen, shall we all rise as we say a big thank you to the Otumfo with a round of applause. Thank you very much, Nana. Thank you so much for your generosity, for your kindness, for making this program what it is. And now, to all of us who played various roles, I know you don't expect that I'll give you individual appellations. So thank you all for making this program a big one.
Thank you so much, Chairperson of the Planning Committee of the 90th Anniversary, Pharmacist Kwabena Asante Ofe, Esquire. Should we add Chiame to your name? Your Royal Majesty, at this juncture, we are about to take the closing prayer. But before then, we humbly crave your indulgence once more to help us to immortalize tonight with 4 memorable shots. A shot with you, Your Royal Majesty, our honoree, Professor Mrs. Rita Akusia Dixon, the Psgh President, and a second one with you, and then the governing board of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana, and a third with you and all panelists and speakers tonight, and a final one with you, Your Majesty, and the Planning Committee. Thank you so much for accepting. Please let's be upstanding as we welcome His Royal Majesty President Paul Osudonko and our Vice Chancellor and Honoree. All our photographers, please, we have to capture this moment for the next 90 years. Please, all members of the governing board of PSGH, please move forward so that right after this shot, we take the next one. All governing board members, thank you.
PSGH is 90 years! 90 years of excellence! Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Thank you. I'm happy to announce that I'm a member of the governing board of PSGH. No, please, you are with us, ma'am. Thank you. All governing board members.
This is the heart of pharmacy.
Thank you so much, Governing Board. All panelists and speakers tonight, please, all our panelists and speakers for tonight, please join us up here. All panelists and speakers. All panelists and speakers for tonight, please join us. Please, planning committee, get ready. Thank you.
Kept going, PSGH kept growing. 90 years of God's grace to Him alone.
Thank you so much, the panelists and speakers for tonight. Thank you. Planning committee members, please come up stage. The co-opted member will join you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Your Royal Majesty. Thank you so much. Reverend Dr. Farm Dennis Sena Awiti.
Shall we pray? Now thank we all our God with hearts and hands and voices, who wondrous things has done, in whom His wealth rejoices, who from our mother's arms has blessed us on our way with countless gifts of love, and still is ours today. And now unto you that is more than able to preserve us for the next 90, to keep us upright and victorious. Unto you who is the only wise God, who is eternal and our Savior, unto you alone be all the glory for the great things we have seen. And we thank you for all that is ahead of us. We celebrate your goodness and the life of our King, Tumfo Osei-Tutu II. We thank you for his wisdom, for his leadership, and we pray, long may he live and continue to be a guide and a beacon for us. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you all so much. Thank you, Reverend, for that prayer. Please, shall we remain standing? A final and respectful thank you to His Royal Majesty for gracing this event, and he will take his leave. Shall we all remain standing? A big round of applause for our royal guest of honor, His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II, Asante Hene, Chancellor of KNUST, and the only honorary fellow of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana. Thank you so much. Distinguished invited guests, the official or the formal proceedings have come to a close, but it's now time for us to wine and dine and dance. We have a special dance floor in the center, and I hope we utilize it. So please, let's resume our seats and get ready to party. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are here. A week from today, on the 3rd of July, we will be at the Regional Coordinating Council to meet the Regional Minister for engagement and wining and dining as usual. Please make it a point not to miss this. Next week, Friday, on the 3rd of July. Thank you. Please, let's utilize the dance floor. My name is Professor Mariamel Boachi JC, and I've been your MC for tonight. Yes, it's now time for dinner. The ushers will come to our tables and invite us table by table. In the meantime, those of us who want to dance, please, you may utilize the dance floor. Thank you.
wisdom till it's your country as a tia. But my dear, I'm a from Wabentino. Ukodakayo, so for me, Riba, Nadi. It's your country as a dummy Maya. Udano. I'm not going to I'm a wisdom till it's your country as a tia. But my dear, I'm a from Wabentino. Ukodakayo, so for me, Riba, Nadi.
In fact, moja nyenkina, now once I see you, me girl. In fact, dreaming of Roma, come. In fact, moja nyenkina, now once I see you, me girl. In fact, Dima me must be Tamakumas. In fact, go on to me, go and me Nimfa, Dima me must be Tamakumas. In fact, go on to me, go and me Me no Gino to do. Oh, it's so good. God, and I buy you a beer. I'm a fair. No Gino to do. Oh, it's so cool. I'm on any attorney. Akuma kasa makuma jafa anadi yampa na misumiye mambon komo pa atinka mwako papa anadi yampa na misumiye mambon komo papa atinka mwade dansi papa anadi yampa na misumiye mako papa atinka mwade dansi papa anadi yampa na misumiye mambon komo papa atinka mwade dansi papa suye kasa si kuku yo 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 nanke bede na yoya yasi ni wane mpadipa papa say ni mama bela wo pensu radio ese minti ni uya yo ya me pensu na dipo minti ni nya wa patroda biyu ya na mi wane ubia baywa ba na we misinjeni we na me wano siapa hukum gue, angke bede na yoya, sukura na menomo, seposikan kami sida cemu, ya sika meton cuma bamanwa, wenon tia siapa yang mue, angke bede na yoya, necha na midongu, abagi yang mubedie, suam pensi na mwa, angke bede na yoya. Kanya dengan semuanya nak medono mo, kanu kurang nak medono mo, nangke bede nak yoya, we. Bia balu menya mi kuna de menya mi bempa na mo mama so mo nyome bemme na so ni mi bewa men so matia kan so bia se mo obi do yo bi do tiro o wana me se mi do no wa mo ma mi no no e na nke bede na yo ya usu kura na mi do no mo obi do bi yo bi ti asia mi se be ma bo ya na mi ba oni binti na ye de ono enim sika cheme chansi ya mama na somonyo no mama na sonju na mama ne wo so atonu me fa ne nya twa pia tra ubie enira no pe wi ade nyumiro na die ndesi oni ni bewa bo miss mi ni bewa na ke bede na yo ya owo yin ne champo na me dono eti no bia meka bi ya minti yo ayon boy ya bana be oni ye wona mamia messi me wona me dendo na won so ni dai ring dai nam ko wi ya ba be ya ba na ke bede na yo ya uka ye de wase mo wana me dono mo o kana korano na me dono mo na ke bede na yo ya yeah hey oh hey Mensiana Tabia, and Chadina Medichenio, 2 times in 1 time before. To me, I was saying, Wakora, if you said, Yamia Shurano, I would you run away. Or time for me say no, and say, yeah, whatever. Echo being Kuana, Cameroon, Echo being Kuana, Kamasay, Nakebed and Ayoya, Usukramia, Namekro, Nana Mikana, against a ya. So my opportunity ni ajio so na no me will be do me why na ke bede na yo ya say na nenya me so mpe wa dream bonint wo shira me amara ko apene wu mi ana wiyem pem say ye wo bebro utimi diana yem do show pem say ye wo bebra pem say ye wo bebro o pem say ye wo bebra na ke bende na yo ya uju mu prana na ne pro amam ponsa wa hinia ampa mi boroni na me frelwa Charlie Pia Mofedia, Kumasi from now, Oyonko Pa Mike, Hamburger Bontino, Asante in Kurono 3, Mike is in Kebede na yo ya, yeah, Nankebede, Nankebede ya, Nankebede na yo ya, yeah, Nankebede, bede na yo ya usunami yo usunami ya nange bede na yo ya when ya be ukrano na me kana kora hari somniaro hari somniaro hari somniaro Mommy see me back where you dream of it and antio go do for so if you said you ni be go be ani bi asimo and also I know you me back where you me be obi abonito tati lumbe me be obi aboni go do for so and Jimmy you pretty Jimmy you pretty Indiana. What do you mean I'm working so? And now say me ding, daddy. What did he want is out? I can't come my sister. And so, only I can't say. Niponya me a shana dear. Niponya me a shana. Nothing nobody and she don't yell city at town for me to me so. Ain't me say don't be a steamer. Nyaminti, me say do, my brother mo. Unyamini me high, me say do. Nyaminti, me say do, my brother mo. Unyamini me high, Harry, some nigga, that you lump say, some nigga, that you lump say, on say that. On say that, it got you to say, on say that. Oh, don't mean that you ain't say, yeah. Good. Yes, so be don't be an LB and you quack. Show him, Usukrana me, good. Adim your baby, I'm young, I'm a tissue. Namidi, see me new pretty. But don't go on my Indiana. Oh, do you know what you so? And now say me ding, daddy. Why did he ask this? I go on punk, I say, and so only I can say, or Janya me a shrub, so dear. Me need not a day. Me need more say what do you down for me to me saying, oh, ain't me say don't be a steamer. Nyaminti, me say don't my brother mo. Unyamini me high, me say don't. Nyaminti, me say don't my brother mo. Unyamini me high, some new that you look see, some new that you look see, on say that, that you look see, on say that, dear son, oh baby, no I am wrong, I know the see
can you hear me? Hello, hello. Sampra still number. Sampra. Is it working? Sampra, is it working? Hello. Hello, hello. 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 Reginald, Massa, Yenya bro, switch your camera into a front.
You try, Itelu, try.
Hello, 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 hello. It's someone for drinking.
Okwadofo ekokai osenka fungoma
chemu kronkron kronkron no na sio osi sika ene ye adini nara praise the Lord the lady and
Over me.
I wanna zoom in on me and see I don't me to go. I dare you turn it through all like you Onienti odonya ojama Baba odomi Ani mekwaya me baba nisio Iseni na nyamyo Oli ma exika Media mountain disa Osha warrior motosa Saisha mi wanko dofu bia hungo Sika ni wana Gani bako ni osha warrior
Con un poco